This is a 7.2.4 all SVS system. As you come down the stairs, greeted right away with the surround back right.
Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of Real Rooms. Today I present the Schramm Home Theater. Now Michael has put together not only a great looking and I'm sure great sounding system, but like many of us, it's a multi-year ongoing, probably never ending process where the actual process is as much fun as the end result. I don't know about you guys, but I actually have more fun planning and building than using when I make a system. But he's put together a combination of not only really great value for money equipment and a whole bunch of actual DIY stuff to create his current space. So please give him a welcome. And if you would love to see your real room featured, I'll put the link down in the description with everything you need to know.
Hey everybody, my name is Mike Schramm and welcome to the Schramm Home Theater. I got into home theater probably 1999-ish. I got a DVD player for Christmas that year and that was it. That was all she wrote. I've been in home theater ever since. I started out having a theater in my bedroom at my parents' house, moved in, had one in my first apartment, had one in my first house. This is now my second house. So yeah, ever since 1999, I've had some sort of theater. It's never ending. This is not an end game theater by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think there is such a thing as an end game, at least not for me. Part of the hobby is continually upgrading and getting new tech and finding new ways. And even if it's not equipment, I like to upgrade the room. I'll change the location of the posters or, get new pillows, add sound absorption or something. I'm constantly evolving, constantly changing. And that's a lot of the fun for me. My theater currently, as of June 2025, it is a 7.2.4 SVS system. I really like SVS. It's a good balance between nice, real good quality, but not super expensive. Budget is a big deal to me. So there's a lot of DIY in my theater. I built the TV stand. I built the end tables. I built one of the speaker stands. I built the bookshelf that the movies are on inside the closet. Anything that I could DIY myself, I did. Just trying to save every penny I possibly can. But I don't feel like I skimped anywhere. I'm very, very happy with what I got. That being said, you're never not upgrading. So even though I am happy with what I have, I'm always looking for the next big thing. Currently, right now, that's a Kaleidoscape. That's going to be saving for a while for that one. So that's not anytime soon. But yeah, without further ado, here is my 7.2.4 SVS Schramm Home Theater.
Okay, so as you enter the basement and you come down the stairs, you'll notice there's some just theater stuff hanging on the wall, greeting you. This is something special to me. My wife made that for me. She went to a little craft night with the girls and decided to make that for me, so that was pretty cool. That's an actual reel from Walt Disney. I found that at a thrift or a flea market. But yeah, it's just random stuff. Popcorn buckets. I went through a phase there where every time I went and saw a movie, I bought the popcorn tin, and then I realized, what am I going to do with all of them? So I stopped buying them, but I still have those. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Poster Top Gun Maverick, and then as you make the turn into the actual theater area of my basement. Again, this is a family basement, family area. It's open. There's a little craft desk for my daughter. Over on the other side is a gaming area. My son mainly uses a little Pop-A-Shot, all that stuff. So it's not a dedicated space, but we make the best of what we got. So, like I said, this is a 7.2.4 all SVS system. As you come down the stairs, greeted right away with the surround back right prime satellite speaker from SVS. Right below it is the PB2000 Pro. I have a few director's chairs and some popcorn pillows, sound absorbers that I built myself. Like I said, this was a mainly DIY room. Anything I could do myself, I did. So those sound absorbers were made by me. They're just fiberglass insulation from Home Depot, wrapped in black speaker grill. Frames were made out of plywood. There's the surround back left speaker, also prime satellite. end table that I built to hold my blanket basket down there. That Wally is actually one of those wax warmer scented thingies, whatever. Again, my wife got it for me. I love Wally, so she got it for me. No real relevance to the Rocky and Back to the Future posters, other than the fact that I like those movies and they look cool. So there you can see my surrounds, my right and left surround speaker. My left surround is just floating. I try to pair it up with the support beam as much as possible, but my kids are a little bit older now. They're in high school, so it's less of a worry that it's going to get knocked down. As you can see right here on the bottom, there's a little wire cover strip. I tried to match it as best to the floor as possible so that it, hopefully, if I don't point it out to anybody, nobody notices it. So that's hiding the speaker wire there. As we come around, again, there's that craft desk and some bookshelves. Here's my concession area. Popcorn machine that rarely gets used because it's such a pain in the neck to clean up. Sonic the Hedgehog popcorn bucket. Sonic was one of my favorites growing up. He still is one of my favorites. So when I saw Sonic 3 this past December, I decided I needed to get that popcorn bucket. Got some drinks in the fridge. It looks like it needs to be restocked. My candy rack. One of the things that I like, I made my own logo for the Schramm Home Theater. And I made little labels for my candy. As you can see, the cookie dough bites seem to be the favorite treat for my son. But yeah, I made a little label for each of the candies. My wife made me these beer glasses, with the logo on them, pint glasses, so that's pretty cool. And then I have just, random popcorn stuff and a Top Gun Maverick popcorn tin. Coming into the actual theater area. At one point, I thought about doing actual theater seating, but with the layout of my room, that it's not dedicated, it's more of a family space, the sectional just works better. I actually did buy chairs a few years ago, brought them in, sat on them, and it was the first time I ever sat on them, and I did not like the way they felt, so back they went. And kept my sectional. So, and I'm actually really happy with my sectional now. These end tables, again, I like woodworking. It's fun. So these end tables I made myself. The coaster holders I made myself. Anything I could DIY, I DIY'd. The speaker stand, it's just a 4x4 on a piece of plywood. DIY'd that as well. Coasters, again, have the Schramm Home Theater logo on them. Underneath these two seats, I have a bass shaker underneath each one, Dayton Audio BST1, I want to say, underneath each seat. So that adds a little bit of tactile. One of the things we were talking on the AV Nirvana forum, if you're not there, you should go. But we were talking about how many subwoofers you have in your basement, or in your room, I should say. And I said, well, with my open area basement, I have two subs and it works. It sounds great, but it's not quite as tactile as I'd like. And it was recommended by one of the readers that I should get some bass shakers. So that was a great idea. I did that and it works really well. Here is my right front. It's an SVS Ultra. It's not the Evolution. It's the first generation SVS Ultra. It's doing me great. I see no reason to upgrade. That's awesome speaker. My front PB2000 Pro. The display is a 77-inch Sony A80J. Love it. Absolutely love it. I have a SVS center channel, SVS Ultra center, an Audio-Technica turntable that I don't really use all that much. I really just use Apple Music for music, and there's the front left. It's also an SVS Ultra. The lighted poster boxes, they actually came from a local video rental store. As they were going out of business, they had an Everything Must Go sale, and including buying some of the discs from them, I asked if they were getting rid of the boxes as well, and they said yes. And they basically told me to name the price, and I said $20 a box, and they said perfect. So I got these boxes for $40 all in. I brought them home, painted them black, threw the posters in. Spider-Man is probably my favorite comic book character, so that's why he's in there. And Thor: Love and Thunder, I might get some flack for this because I know the movie's not wonderful, and I agree, it's not. But at one point, because of a story with me and my wife going to see this, I developed the nickname Love and Thunder. So that's why Thor Love and Thunder is in there, because of the nickname that some of my buddies gave me. We have a bass trap in the corner, floor to ceiling. Again, made it myself. It's just Home Depot fiberglass insulation. To be honest, I'm not sure it does much of anything other than just adds mass to the room. So we'll keep it. It's fine. In this closet here, this is my media closet. I got all my 4Ks up top. Blu-rays are in the middle, and then DVDs are way down at the bottom. This is actually relatively new. I just rebuilt this in this past November, so November of 24. I needed a little bit more space, so as you can see, this middle row right here, I got a little more space for some more 4Ks. If I'm buying those, I added some lights to it. Alexa, turn on the movie lights.
Okay.
So if I can see things in the dark, and if everything's turned off down here and I want to switch my movie, I can. This is actually the water main to my house is right back behind this wall. So it's on wheels, so that if anything happens, I can just roll it this way, because there's actually some space behind the wall on this side that I can roll the shelf out of the way and get to the water main and shut it off if I need to. Again, built it. It was a lot of fun to build. Works really well. I'll turn off the movie lights.
Okay.
So let's take a look inside of the TV stand, custom built for the SVS center, and the components that I have. On the right side, there is an Emotiva Basics A7 that powers all of the bed layer speakers, and my son's PS5. I don't game too much. I don't know, I used to when I was a kid, but for whatever reason, now that I'm getting older, I just don't game very much. So on this side, I've got the amp for the bed layer and the PS5. On the left side, I have the Onkyo TX RZ840. That is powering the Atmos, the 4 Atmos speakers. I'll show you where those are in just a moment. Below that is the Panasonic 820. And below that, where that blue light is glowing, hiding underneath there, that's a mini DSP. So I've got my 2 subs and my bass shakers all connected to my mini DSP. Got everything time aligned and sounding right. Everything in this room, because the Onkyo does not have Odyssey or Dirac, it's got the Onkyo AccuEQ, which is decent at best. Everything is calibrated with REW, which also can be found at abnirvana.com. It's a free software. If you guys aren't using it, you totally should. It's awesome for room correction and helping get everything dialed in. In this middle drawer, it's just port plugs and a microphone and calibration stuff, tape measure, whatever, just miscellaneous, whatever. So my Atmos speakers, because I have a drop ceiling, I was able to hide them in the ceiling. There's there'll be the front left, top front right. I took out the cover for the top rear right so that I can show you guys how that works. And there is the top rear left. I just basically mounted 4 more SVS Prime satellites up into the ceiling, like so. They're angled a little bit toward the listening area. And then I built a little cover for them. It's just white speaker cloth. There's a just furring strip frame that I painted that I put up there in place of a ceiling tile. And that takes the place of my Atmos speaker so that it works really well. I get a great Atmos effect, but you can't see the speakers again unless you're looking for them. So yeah, that is the Schramm Home Theater. I hope you got some decent ideas or enjoyed the video. And yeah, thanks for stopping by.